Rejection. The definition of rejection is rejection. It's the process and consequence of rejecting, resisting, denying, and refuting. By expressing or specifying rejection to something or to a person, the person makes it clear that they do not accept it, and do not tolerate it. The term rejection refers to the circumstance in which an individual is deliberately excluded from a social relationship or a social interaction. It includes both interpersonal rejection, or peer rejection, and romantic rejection. A person can be rejected by an individual or by a group of people. Additionally, rejection can be active, through bullying or ridicule, or passive, through ignoring the person, or giving them the silent treatment. The receptor of the experience of being rejected perceives it subjectively, and it can be perceived even when it is not present. While humans are social beings, certain levels of rejection are an inevitable part of life. However, rejection can become a problem when it is prolonged and consistent. When the relationship is important, or when the individual is very sensitive to rejection. Rejection by an entire group of people can have very negative effects, particularly when it results in social isolation. The experience of rejection can produce several important adverse psychological consequences, such as low self-esteem, aggression, and depression. It can also produce feelings of emotional insecurity and increased sensitivity, and the fear of possible subsequent rejections. It also creates feelings in the individual such as insecurity, helplessness, sadness, uncertainty, and disappointment. And also feelings of hate and revenge. But in this way, it also creates in rejected people the feelings of fury, resentment, hatred, anger, revenge, and retaliation, which can lead to the rejected individual or individuals to commit acts of extreme violence against the person or persons of whom they were object of the rejection, by not understanding or accepting the reasons for the rejection. We humans are inevitably social beings, which means that we need to relate with other living beings, both on an emotional, economic, social, reproductive, sentimental, and in a competence level. This means that inevitably, we look for other living beings to feel good and happy, to share many things, both emotional and physical. This is how we also relate to learn and teach. We relate to others, to form a strong pack or society, to be able to defend ourselves from attacks from other groups or packs. We form packs, groups, and societies, to feel safe, protected, and good. We look for strong people and animals to form our group, pack, and society, since the stronger it is, the safer we will feel. That is why we necessarily seek the approval and acceptance of others towards ourselves. Since we look to be part of a group, pack, and society, since being accepted causes in us a great and powerful feeling of happiness, security, and satisfaction. For this same reason, rejection is something so powerful and harmful for ourselves. Because being rejected by someone or a group of people causes in ourselves a great and powerful feeling of sadness, anguish, sorrow, shame, uncertainty, insecurity, and hatred towards ourselves. It makes us question ourselves about our body, our face, our hair, our intelligence, our aptitudes and knowledge, our physical strength, and our value as a person. And because of this, because it's so important for us to be accepted by others, we are willing to change our way of being, to adapt to others and to the society. Even if we have to eliminate and change many of our gifts and aptitudes, just to not be rejected by others, just to be accepted by others. And even though it is a human need to relate to and be accepted by others, even so, it is not okay to change our way of being. Still, it is not okay for us to eliminate or change our gifts and abilities, to become ordinary as the rest, just to be accepted, since we are better than the others. But in order not to seem conceited, we have to lower ourselves to the level of others, to be accepted and not to be rejected. Still, it is not okay to stop being extraordinary, to be ordinary like others, and thus be accepted. Since in all the societies and packs, there is always someone who stands out from the standard of the society, who becomes extraordinary, and who comes to lead that society. There are thousands of examples of what we are willing to eliminate and change about ourselves, just to be accepted by others. Like the fact. If you like rock music, since it makes you feel good. You like it, you love it, it fills you with satisfaction and pleasure, and for the same reason your way of dressing it's of that style, but the other people do not see you well. On the contrary, they despise you and reject you, because of your way of being and dressing. But even if it makes you feel good and be happy with your style and your tastes, you change the way you are, the way you dress and the music that you like, that you love, just to be accepted by others. You have to feel safe and happy with your way of being, dressing and your tastes. You have to analyze and ask yourself, if it is worth stopping being you, if it is worth stopping being and doing what you like and what gives you happiness, just to be accepted by others. Even though we need the acceptance and approval of others, you have to ask yourself if it is worth leaving and changing your personality and your tastes, just to be accepted by others. I believe that it is much more important and powerful that you be happy and feel good with your way of being and thinking. You can see that the richest and most powerful people in the world, like Elon Musk, do not follow the standards of others, they do not even care what others say and think about them, they do not care even a little, not even a little. See. Be yourself. Always. Don't really care or be affected by what others say and think about you. Always have a rebel mind, do not let yourself be carried away by others and by the society. Never. Be yourself. Always and whoever that you are with. Because everything starts from within yourself. Everything. And if you are happy, that's the most important thing. This is why rejection should not affect you so much. Since it is worse than rejection. That you stop being yourself. That you change who you want to be, just to be accepted by others. That's the worst thing that you can do. Stop being happy, just to be accepted by others. Because even if others accept you, it's nothing good about it, if because of being accepted by others. You have to change your tastes and your thinking. Because then, you will live sadly, miserable and unhappy all of your life. The best thing to do, it's that you are happy with your way of being, with your way of dressing and with your way of thinking and with your tastes. Yes, I know that others will reject you because of your way of being. But, if you like it, and it makes you happy to be who you are, then never change the way of being. Feel proud of yourself and your way of being, and I assure you that people who are truly worth it will come into your life, people who accept you for who you are, people who feel like you. Always be yourself. Always be how you want to be. Don't let the rejection of others affect you. You are a unique, magnificent and special being. Never change your way of being, just to be accepted by others. Never. You have to learn to say goodbye. You have to identify, understand and accept, when a relationship it's over. If you respect, admire and love someone. But if she or he insults you, it's rude, humiliate you and makes you cry, then you have to recognize and accept, even if it's painful, that relationship has end, that the relationship it's over. Yes, I know that's something painful. But when there are insults, humiliations and mockings from that person to you, that means that she or he has no respect for you, even if it's your friend, boss, brother or whoever. You need to back away from that relationship. Because that relationship it's over. And you don't have to tolerate those insults and humiliations. Never. You have to say goodbye. What are the excuses? Sometimes, there may be some reasons for not being able to achieve some objective, work or a goal. But the reasons are reasons. Excuses or pretexts that we generally look for, or that we invent, to not achieve some objective, goal and work. Even though there are reasons, a successful and winning mind does not look for excuses or pretexts, analyzes the reasons and overcomes them. Excuses are excuses that we look for, and that we invent, to not achieve our objectives and goals. Do not look for, or invent excuses and pretexts, to not achieve all of your goals and all of your objectives. Always. Assume without hesitation that you already have what you want. Money depends on your ideas. Life it's energy. The life, it's a miracle. Magic does exist. Nobody likes to lose. Nobody. Train your mind to always see the good in every situation. It's like the Bible says. Because if your eye it's good, then your whole body will be full of light, energy, strength, faith, hope and happiness. But if your eye it's evil, then your whole body will be full of fear and darkness. If your eye it's good, that means that you always try to see the good in every situation. Even if that situation seems terrible, but if you have a good, positive attitude, it will be easier for you to find a quick and effective solution. It also means that if something didn't turn out the way you planned, you say, well, it's not that bad. Although remember that even if you have planned something long and well, it doesn't mean that it will turn out exactly as you planned. Nobody can control everything. Nobody. But if you have a good and positive attitude, then everything will synchronize as you wish. But if you feels that everything it's going to turn out well, that everything will be fine, that everything it's going to get better, that everything it's going to be better. Feel that everything it's going to be better and wonderful. Everything. Absolutely everything. Because if your eye it's bad, then you will always see the bad in every situation, even if that situation it's good and wonderful. You will complain about everything. But if your eye it's bad, then you will only see the bad of everything, and you will feel bad, angry, frustrated and afraid all the time. And you will not achieve your goals or desires, because your attitude is bad and pessimistic. If you feel like a failure, unsuccessful and a loser, then more failures, poverty and deficiencies you will attract. But if you feel successful, then more success, money and abundance you will attract. When you feel happy and satisfied, ask to the universe for more. To maintain that great feeling of happiness and satisfaction. Said. Yes, thank you, I want more. Yes, thank you very much. I want so much more. What makes you happy? What gives you happiness? For the law of attraction to work. First, you have to have a brave, strong, organized, improved, objective, coherent, pragmatic, congruent, calm, consistent, orderly, sensible, organized, virtuous, intelligent, smart, practical and wise mind. The poverty it's always bad. There it's nothing good on poverty. Economic poverty, poverty of the mind, poverty of the soul and the spirit. Laziness, weaknesses, conformism, conformity, lack of dreams and projects, that's poverty. You have to be aware and realize everything that you think and everything that you say. If you think about poverty and problems, then more poverty and more problems you will attract. If you care about other people's problems, then you will never be happy. We humans like to always look for the responsible or guilty of everything. You are the only responsible and the guilty for the life that you have. You are the only responsible and guilty for your life. Only you. Only yourself. Our mysterious, wonderful, magnificent and powerful brain and our subconscious are the only ones responsible for everything that happens in our lives. Yourself. You have to eliminate these thoughts, feelings and emotions from your mind and from your heart, because they do not let you be happy. Eliminate, remove and away these feelings and thoughts from your soul, heart and mind. Hopelessness, laziness, disbelief, fear, weakness, repentance, fears, doubts, failure, greed, sadness, distress, impotence, pain, jealousy, envy, hesitate, hatred and revenge. Because only when you eliminate these thoughts and feelings from your mind and from your heart, then you can be happy. And you will be able to see the good things in life, and your mind and your heart will be calm and at peace. There are two kinds of pain. The physical pain and the mental pain. And I don't know which one it's worse. Because the anguish, the despair, the fear and the depression can kill a woman or a man. There are even worse than a physical disease like cancer. Even worse. The stress that causes mental pain can be so big, so powerful, that it can create real physical problems and real physical illnesses. Our mind can create physical problems and illnesses. Our mind can cure our own entire body from any disease. Our mind tends to exaggerate situations that should not be exaggerated, and to minimize situations that should be exaggerated. It is also very important that you accept your mistakes and your responsibility, and that you learn from them, to not commit them again. Nobody it's perfect. We all make mistakes, so don't feel bad if you was wrong or if you made a mistake. Nobody it's perfect. But even so, you have to achieve excellence everywhere, and in everything that you do. Everything that you do without care, hitchhiking, will always go wrong. But everything that you do with care and patience, will always will turn out well. The universe does not think like us. I don't know exactly why, maybe because it's so advanced that it doesn't care about grammar. It only focuses on the resulting feelings and on the resulting emotions. This is a very powerful exercise. Please take a pen or pencil and a piece of paper, and then you are going to write down everything that you don't want. Example. I don't want to be poor. I don't want to crash my car. I do not like being sad. I do not like to be alone. I do not want to suffer. I don't like being a failure. I don't like being rejected. I don't want to lose my job. I don't like to lose. These are your thoughts, even if you don't say them. But this is what the universe really hears from you. Poverty, despair, shock, injury, sadness, pain, loneliness, lose, suffering, distress, deficiencies, failure, rejection, impotence, fear, horror and panic. This is really what the universe hears and receives from you. And you are repeating these thoughts and feelings over and over and over again, consciously and unconsciously. And that is why those bad events are manifesting in your life. Over and over and over again. Yes. I know that you're saying that you don't want them. But the universe doesn't care if you say that you want them or not, it only cares about the resulting feelings and in the resulting emotions. But if you're repeating it over and over and over again, then the universe believes that it's what you want, because you are repeating them many times in your day by day, even if you do not want them. And that is why the universe manifests them to you every day. That's why the universe manifests to you what you fear. In other words, even though you are saying and repeating that you don't want those situations, the universe doesn't care if you say that you want them or not. That's why you have to realize and identify each and of all your thoughts. You have to identify each of all your thoughts, all your feelings and all your emotions. You have to change your thoughts. You have to focus and concentrate only on these feelings. Bonanza, prosperity, luxury, opulence, abundance, wealth, happiness, joy, power, success, fortune, beauty, faith, hope, magic, miracles, luxury, emotion, bliss, greatness, peace, good luck, good fortune, exuberance, greatness, magnificence, virtuosity, excitement, freedom and security, love, passion and pleasure. And repeat them over and over and over again. It is not necessary for you to say, I want them or I desire them, or I wish them, because only by thinking and feeling them, you are attracting them. You have to understand and accept that the entire universe it's responding to the energy that you yourself are generating. You have to understand this. If you think and say 1,000 times, I don't want to be poor. 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 Guess what? Then you will be poor. Yes, I know what you are saying and thinking that you don't want to be poor. But what you're really thinking about is poverty. You are thinking about poverty, hunger, lack, about poor people, about ugly areas, about ugly and bad people. You have to understand that it is not the same. I don't want to be poor. 2. I do want to be rich. It's not the same. Let's do this exercise. Repeat this. I don't want to be poor. 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 And immediately close your eyes, and tell me what you see. What are you thinking about? Surely and inevitably you are thinking about poverty, shortcomings, hunger, violence, poor and ugly areas, bad and ugly people, and despair. Because even though you are thinking and saying that you don't want them, the truth is that you are only thinking about that, about poverty. Now let's do this exercise. Repeat this. I do want to be rich. 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 And close your eyes immediately, and tell me what you're thinking about. Surely and inevitably you are seeing and thinking about wealth, abundance, lots of money, good food and drinks, cars and trucks, big and very beautiful houses. See. It doesn't matter if you say I want it or I don't want it, I wish it or I don't wish it. Whatever you are thinking about over and over and over again, that is what you are focusing on. And that is what you are attracting into your life. Consciously and unconsciously. Like it or not. Whether you want it or not. In these two exercises, there is something that is very important and powerful. When you think and say, I don't want to be poor. I don't want to be poor. I don't want to be poor. You are thinking about it with a lot of fear, with fear that you do not want to be poor, and to live in such ugly and poor areas. That you do not want to live with those poor, bad and ugly people. You are very afraid to being poor. And that makes it much more powerful. Even if you think and say over and over and over again that you don't want it. Because of that same and powerful fear that you feel. You are making it more powerful, and you are attracting it very quickly towards your life, towards you. You powerful fear, it's making them more powerful. The same fear that you used to fear. It's making them real. I know that it's something very shocking and very hard to accept. But it's true. You own powerful fear, it's attracting what you don't want, into your life. Inevitably. But when you think and say, I do want to be rich. I do want to be rich. I do want to be rich. You are thinking it with faith, hope and desire. Since you do want to have that life, with great urgency. And I really don't know which is more powerful. The fear, or the faith and hope. But it seems that fear, it's a lot more powerful than the faith and the hope. That's why think and say, 1,000 times. I do want to be rich. 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 And so you will see how your life will improve immediately. Because you will think only in good things, you will think in wealth, money, richness, abundance, beautiful houses, a beautiful life. Because you will only think in wealth and money. Because it's not the same to think, I do not want to be poor. 2. I do want to be rich. It's not the same. You have to understand that the entire universe it's responding to the energy that you yourself are generating. And that energy that you yourself are generating, it's through your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions and your own and powerful imagination. All the time. Because fear it's very, very powerful. Let yourself be carried away by your good feelings and emotions. Let yourself be carried away by your dreams and your imagination. What if I told you that you're not really asking for millions of dollars? But what you are really looking for, it's to be able to feel happy, grateful, joyful, free, secure, successful, relaxed and at peace. And that you are better than the others. You also have to know that you are worthy of being happy, and that you deserve to have everything that you want. Absolutely everything. It doesn't matter what you have done in your life. How would I like to wake up every morning, and get up with joy, faith, hope and happiness for the new day? Eager to go out and live. Instead of waking up scared and discouraged by the routine and the lousy and terrible work that I have to do. I would love that. Mind and heart. Thoughts, feelings and emotions. All three are equally powerful and important to us. Because we are always looking for a way to feel happy and satisfied. To feel pleasure. Our emotions, our feelings will force our mind to find a way to satisfy our desires, feelings, and wishes. To feel pleasure. Our stomach creates our emotions, such as fear, distress, nerves, forbidden, excitement, desire, excitement, and ecstasy for something new and forbidden. Our heart creates our feelings, such as love, compassion, joy, faith, hope, and happiness. Our mind creates our thoughts, such as fear, desire, ambition, greed, revenge, hatred, anguish, jealousy, envy, intelligence, words, actions, repairing, planning, overcoming new projects, new businesses, and analyzing our current and future situation. And all three are always working. And all three must be equally important in our lives. We are always seeking to satisfy our desires, no matter what. To feel pleasure. Brain equals mind equals thoughts. Heart equals feelings equals emotions. Stomach equals emotions, excitement, hunches, and premonitions. Science has discovered that we have neurons in our heart and in our stomach. So if it's as if our heart and our stomach think independently from our brain. We think and feel many things, and we should never repress them, because they are just as important to us. You have to identify and realize all of your emotions. You have to identify and recognize all of your feelings and all of your emotions. And if they don't make you feel good, change them, for good and happy feelings, emotions, and vibrations. You have to know that envy and jealousy only hurts you. Envy will only damage you, destroy you, and kill yourself. Only yourself. No one else. You have to know that on the same way that you attract bad and ugly things into your life, in the same way, you can attract good and wonderful things into your life. Miracles are those that seems impossible, but that they still happen. And even if you don't believe it, you make miracles a reality yourself. You make that miracles come true. Yourself. Through your powerful strength and energy from your faith, and your hope, which you channel through saints, and symbols, amulets, and objects. Humans sometimes need a symbol to channel our energy. And it can be the most beautiful and elegant statue or image in the world, made of the finest marble and gold on earth, covered with jewels and the most precious stones in the world. Or it could be a simple rock. It will only depends on you, on the strength and energy that you give it. Look for your symbol, look for your image, look for your amulet, to canalize your huge and powerful energy and strength. Look for your symbol, look for your image, look for your amulet, so that you can root your huge and powerful energy and strength. Please God. Give me free, what I wanted so much. Please. The body and the wealth that I wanted so much. To have and to be, who I want. To be and to have, something to be very thankful. Please God, I'll beg you. Please God. It's like the placebos, it will only works, if you believe it. It depends on you. But it is you yourself, the one who makes miracles happens. Yourself. You make them reality. Yourself. You. You yourself, it's the one who makes miracles a reality. But sometimes when you give up completely, that's when miracles happens. We all have the right to have the gender and the body that we want. To feel happy and to achieve a happy and a full life. Everybody. It is maybe right what they say. That you should know, tell everybody about your dreams and plans. If you want to receive everything that you want, you have to ask it in secret. Like a whisper. Pray to God, to the universe, and to yourself, in private, in secret. Like a whisper. You have to ask and pray to God, to the universe, and to yourself, the things that you want so much. In secret. Like a whisper. It's like the Bible says. Matthew 6-5. Giving to the poor. Be careful not to practice your righteousness in front of others to be seen by them, like the hypocrites likes to do. Because if you do it, then you will have no reward from your Father in heaven. So when you give to the needy, do not announce it with trumpets, as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and on the streets, to be honored by others. Truly I tell you, they have received their reward in full. But when you give to the needy, do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, so that your giving will be in secret. Then your Father, who sees what is done in secret, will reward you in public. Prayer. And when you pray, do not be like the hypocrites, for they love to pray standing in the synagogues and on the street corners to be seen by others. Truly I tell you, they have received their reward in full. But when you pray, go into your room, close the door and pray to your Father, who is unseen. Then your Father, who sees what is done in secret, will reward you in plain sight. And when you pray, do not keep on babbling like pagans, for they think they will be heard because of their many words. Do not be like them, for your Father knows what you need, even before you ask Him. It's like when you ask and pray to God, the universe, or to yourself, for the things that you want so much. Do it in secret. Like beneath the water, like underwater. Because the water cleans, creates, and transforms. Like a fish, underwater. Ask all that you want so much, in the secret. As a whisper. Many people are totally oblivious and cold to the problems of others. They are very selfish people, and even make fun of other people's problems. They believe that they are very lucky and that their good luck will never run out. They believe that someone from beyond takes care of them, and that they will never suffer or be poor. They believe that everything will always turn out well for them, and that they will never suffer poverty like others. They mistakenly believe that they are immune to poverty and failures. But when they have problems, they want that everyone else to comfort them, console them, understand them, and help them, even though they never did it with others. Hypocrites. There are also people who believe they are perfect, and treat others like trash. And they do not forgive the mistakes of others. So if you have never forgiven others, you will not be forgiven for your many mistakes either. As the Bible says, with the rod that you measure, you will be measured. Because what you tie up on earth, you are binded in heaven. If you feel that no one respects you, not your children, nor your wife, not anyone on the street, that everyone treats you badly, belittles you, and treats you without respect, that everyone treats you like trash, like a failure with no talent or future, that they treat you like a loser, good for nothing, like trash, disrespectful, and like failure, they are totally right. Nobody respects you. Nobody will respect you. Because truly, you are a loser, useless, abortive, unsuccessful, a failure, good for nothing. Because respect is earned. And if you don't even respect yourself, then without a doubt, no one else will respect you. Stop causing pity and shame. Stop being a loser, useless, a failure, and good for nothing. The secret of the law of attraction. It is really very easy to attract everything that you want. The problem is that when we want something, we only use our mind. And that's why we cannot attract what we want so much. Because we need to use our entire body to attract the energies of the universe. Don't use only our mind. To attract everything that we desire, we must attract it with our whole body, not just with our mind. Ask for everything you want, with your whole body, not only with your mind. Ask for it with your whole heart, your stomach, your mind, and with your whole body, from the soles of your feet to the tip of your hair. Use all the energy of your entire body, to attract everything that you want. Not just with your mind, ask for it with your whole body. Everything that you want, it already exists in the universe and on this wonderful planet. You just have to attract it to you, towards your life. Do you want to change and improve your life immediately? You have to have a good and positive attitude. The first thing that you have to do is have a very positive and a winning attitude. Before nothing. Good attitude. But what is attitude? Attitude is the way that we feel, and how we behave towards others, how we act, how we communicate, and how we relate to others and in general to the whole world. The good attitude, it's having faith, hope, and joy for the new day. And this good attitude attracts very powerful and good forces and energies from the universe towards yourself. If you leave your house feeling joy, faith, and hope that everything will be okay, that everything will turn out well, that you want to greet everyone, that you give way to people and other vehicles, that you arrive at your work or business feeling that way, wanting to succeed, to do your work well, to improve yourself, to be a better person, to be better than the rest, then you will truly achieve it. Since the good attitude, it's a very powerful force and energy, which drives away bad luck, bad vibes, and bad people, and attracts good luck, good vibes, good fortune, and good people to you. Because the people will feel that good energy and attitude from you, and they will respond to that good energy and vibrations that you are sending, emitting, and transmitting. The good attitude, it's not really about how you think, it's about how you feel. Since you don't always feel the way you think, this means that many times you can have good thoughts, faith, and hope, but you feel bad, sad, unmotivated, distressed, and afraid. That is why you must be congruent with what you think and what you feel. That good vibe that you feel, it's exactly that, they are good vibrations that you are sending and transmitting to everyone. You have to understand that the entire universe, it's responding to the energy that yourself are generating. And with those good vibrations, inevitably, you will attract good circumstances, good people, and good situations to you, to your life. Since those vibrations that you are sending and transmitting are attracting people and situations that feel the same as you. But I know that for many people this is difficult to maintain. Because maybe you leave your house with this good attitude, but you see that other people are in a bad mood, angry and full of fury. And they see you with the good attitude that you have. And they treat you as if you were crazy or something for having that good attitude. Because they think that everyone else has to be as miserable and despair as they are. They want that everyone else has to have the same problems and situations that they have. And that's why they can't stand that somebody is happier and joyful. They can't tolerate that. They want that everyone else feel as miserably as they. And they would do everything to try to take your happiness and joy. Never allow it. That you greet everyone else and almost no one returns your greet. That you are driving and they close you off and don't give way. That they act in such a bad way, so aggressive, despotic, and arrogant towards you and the others. That they try to take out their problems, hate, fury, and madness and rage on others. Because they are so cowards to face their bosses and their problems, that they release their anger and fury to others. And you feel those bad vibes, those bad vibrations, from most of the people. And this discourages you, and makes you feel sad, and it demoralized you. For that same reason, many people stop having that good attitude, because of the others, and they become sad, angry, and in a bad mood, like everyone else. But you have to understand that each one of us, it's different and special. If they have that bad attitude, that's their problem. They are them. And you are you. And you don't have to feel bad and angry as them. You have to maintain your good attitude, your happiness, your faith, and your hope. Always. But don't be confused. Having a good attitude and being kind to others is not a sign of weakness. Having a good attitude does not mean that you should let that others treat you badly and that you should not defend yourself. But if you have a good attitude, most of your time, then you will hardly encounter aggressive or bad people. Since the good attitude, it's very contagious. And that's why you will attract many more good people and good situations than bad people and bad situations into your life. If you leave your house with fear, then you will attract bad people and bad situations. Then things will go wrong for you. But if you leave your house with a good, positive, joyful, and hopeful attitude, then you will attract good situations and good people to your day. Despite if everyone else, it's angry, furious, and despair. But even so, you have to maintain a good and positive attitude. Most of your day. Even if the world it's falling apart. You have to be happy. Even so, society and other people have a great weight on us. But still, you have a good attitude. always and everywhere, and with whoever you are with. Even so, you must have and maintain a good attitude. Don't care about the others. Never ever allow others to determine your mood or your feelings, or your happiness, or to tell you what you can or cannot do, or to tell you what you are capable of, or not. They don't even have to tell you what your limits are. Never. People who have a bad attitude, full of fury, rage and hatred, it's because their families do not love them, nor their children, nor their wife, not really anyone. And they only see the problems they have. They lock themselves in their problems, but that bad attitude is attracting bad events and bad people into their life. Their life it's so miserable and sad, because of their bad attitude. That nobody loves them, and that's why, they life it's so sad and lonely, and that's why, they're so full of anger, fury and rage, and they try to unload that rage and fury to others. But even so, never allow that they try to unload their fury and rage onto you. If they have that kind of life, that's their problem, not yours. And they will try to lock you into their problems and make you feel like them. In other words, they see with courage and envy that other people feel good and that they are loved and happy. And they will not allow others to be happy and to feel good. That's why they try to infect you with their problems, their courage, their envy, their sadness, their failures and their disappointments. Never allow it. They will always try to pull you down, along with them. Never ever allow it. Because you are a divine, unique and special being. The damn people, who hurts and hit innocent and helpless animals and dogs. They're do that because they're a damn cowards. Because they are afraid to face the bosses and the people who cause them fury and anger, and they unload that fury and anger on the helpless animals and little dogs. Damn people. They are a damn cowards. In this world there are many energies and forces, both bad and good, floating everywhere, and when you act well with others, such as giving way to people and other vehicles, then people will bless you and send those good energies to you. But bad people who treat others badly, who make things difficult for people, who do not give way to others, then they will receive two curses and that bad energy and forces from others, towards them. Because they are to blame. And they deserve them. Because there is proof and evidence of their bad acts. But, if you go to work with a good attitude, with joy, faith, hope and the desire to work and improve yourself, and to solve all the problems that arise and more, then your boss will see this, and he will give you more responsibilities and a good raise. Also that person that you like so much at work, will see and feel your good vibrations and your good attitude, and she will tell herself, that that is what she is looking for. Somebody who wants to improve himself. Somebody who wants more. A person who is self-confident and with desire and courage to get ahead in life, and to overcome himself, and she will surely would want to be with you, and have a relationship. Likewise, if you open your business with that good attitude, and treat your customers in a very good and friendly manner, they will feel that good vibrations from you. And they will buy more from you. And they will recommend your business to all their friends and knowns, and you will attract many more new customers, and your business will grow and you will earn a lot much more money. See how a good attitude attracts good people, good events and good situations. Unfortunately, very few people will end their day with that good attitude. Because they allow themselves to be manipulated and influenced too much by others, they let them be infected by their bad attitude, fury and rage from the society. But it doesn't have to be like that. Truly, believe me, that a good attitude attracts good and very powerful forces, very powerful energies. It also attracts good people, good situations and good energies to you. Have joy, faith and hope always and everywhere. Have joy, faith and hope for the new day. If you have a good attitude most of your day, then I assure you, that you will find money on the street, that you will improve your relationship with your wife, your children, your boss, your coworkers and with everyone else. Trust me. That if you buy a lotto or a raffle ticket, you will win a prize, that everything that you do in your daily life will turn out well. That as soon that you change your attitude, your life will improve immediately, that you will attract so much good luck, good fortune, and good people and good situations to your life. That you will attract so many good people that will help you improve your situation and yourself. Because that it's the law of attraction. We are like magnets, which attracts everything that we feel and everything that we are thinking. And the universe and everything and everyone will react to how you are feeling. But the most important thing, it's that you will feel good about yourself. About life. Yes, I know it is difficult to maintain that good attitude all day, because there may be times when you feel sad and tired. But even so, try to maintain a good attitude most of your day. Because truly, a good attitude, an attitude of joy, faith, and hope, attracts good luck and good fortune. When you do a good deed, be proud of yourself and enjoy the blessings that you are going to receive. And even if people treat you like if you're crazy, for having a good attitude and for being kind to others. Yes, maybe you are crazy. Maybe you are crazy of faith and hope. Yes, maybe you are crazy for wanting to change and improve your life. Yes, maybe you are crazy for that your whole life to improve. That everything to be better. When you repeat a behavior, over and over and over again, it becomes a habit. Make the good positive attitude a habit for you. And thus your life will improve immediately in all areas. Believe me. You have to understand that the entire universe it's responding to the energy that you yourself are generating. Now that you know that the thoughts of your brain, the feelings of your heart, the imagination and visualizations of your mind, and the vibrations and rhythms that you are generating. That's what you are attracting from the universe. The problem that most people have, and that is the reason why they are not manifesting what they desire, it's. As I have shown you, our vibrations and rhythms are the result of our thoughts, feelings, and out emotions, and they align with those same frequencies in the universe. The problem is that when you feel happy, you start to think about bad and ugly things. And that you fear that those good and happy moments will not last, due to some bad event. And that you ask for good things when you feel bad, sad, and desperate. You ask for good things at the worst moment. When you feel desperate, you ask for good things. But I'm that moment, your frequency is aligned, like in the frequency of a radio station that only plays desperate music. But you are asking for happy music. That's why it doesn't work. And that when you are happy and your vibrations are aligned with that same happy frequency in the universe. Like in a radio station that only plays good music, but you are asking for sad music because of your fears and doubts. If you ask for good things, when you feel bad, sad, and desperate, it would not work. Only when you feel happy and satisfied, then, ask for more good things, to maintain those happy and satisfied feelings. But most people ask for good things when they are in a desperate situation. When they feel bad, distressed, sad, and desperate. But that is the worst moment. Because your vibrations, your rhythms, and your feelings are low, and your frequency is low, and it's aligned with that same low frequency in the universe. The problem is that, when we are happy, we feel satisfied, and that is why we do not ask for more of those good happy moments. Because we feel satisfied. You have to ask for good things. Only when you feel happy, satisfied, and grateful, because your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, and your vibrations are aligned in that same high frequency in the universe. I cannot emphasize enough how important it is for you to identify and to be aware of all your thoughts, of all of your feelings, all of your emotions, words, and actions. Seeing and knowing that we have more than others, without a doubt, will make us feel happy. And this is due to our improvement instinct. But remember that someone also has more than you. But that it's okay. Always feel good, proud, and thankful for what you have. And for what you have achieved, with your own hands. I wish to live. I wish to live with joy, happiness, and wealth. When you have so many bad moments every day, it's hard to remember if you were ever happy, and how does that felt like? To be happy. Many people do not appreciate the life that they have, and they think that it's really not a gift. And it is reasonable and understandable to see that their daily situation is so precarious and full of deficiencies, lacks, violence, poverty, hunger and lack of opportunities. But even so, life it's the opportunity to change and improve our situation. Life it's the blessing of being able to see the sunrise, to be able to feel the rain, to be able to feel that incredible sensation when the air enters our lungs, to love and to be loved, to feel pleasure, to be able to move, to be able to create, to be able to build, to be able to repair, to be able to transform, to eat and drink, to be able to relate and meet many people, to be able to feel the air on our face, to be able to see, to be able to hear, to be able to feel and enjoy so many wonderful things that this magnificent planet has. Every new day it's a new opportunity. Take advantage of it. Be the creator, not just a part of the creation. We are the magic of the universe. We have the magic of the universe. Don't be afraid of success or failure. Don't be afraid of everything that you're going to achieve with all of this. Align your mind, with your emotions, with your body and with your energy in the direction of your desire. Use your whole body, because we have energy in our entire body. These are the power points that we have in our entire body. Our brain, our subconscious, our heart, our stomach, our neck, our eyes, our eyelids, our shoulders, neck and the upper back, our lungs, our feet and our toes, our soles of the feet, our hands and fingers, our hair, which it's like our antenna to communicate with the universe. And use the energy that comes from the universe. And the energy that we ourselves generated. When you ask the force for what you want, don't just do it with your mind, use your whole body. Only our mind attracts everything into our reality. Consciously and unconsciously. You have to know that God is not going to lift even a finger for you. Not even one. Don't trust God. Never trust God. Never. Your thoughts, your imagination and your subconscious are creating your reality. It may be that you wake up and it's already manifested. Or it could require a small action from your part. Do not try to fool yourself. Do you know that one of the most enviable things in this world it's the confidence in yourself. When you feel totally and absolutely sure of yourself. Be and have. To be and to have. When we feel happy and joyful, our cells reacts in a very positive, healthy and special way. If you feel happy and joyful, most of your time, despite your current situation, then your body, your cells, will respond to how you are feeling, and then you will feel healthy and you will don't get sick. Because having a good and positive attitude will bring you health and good energy. You have to put your mind in a state of peace. You have to identify and acknowledge all of your thoughts, all of your emotions, and all of your feelings. So first, you have to clear your mind from all the things that do not serve you. Because they are distracting your attention from the things that are really important to you. Because we are always looking for happiness. Because we are always looking for pleasure. Surely it has happened to you that when you have to do a difficult and hard work, just by thinking about what you have to do, you feel so tired, as if you had already done it. And this happens because of the power of our mind and our visualizations. Since you are visualizing it. But you have to use that same power of visualization to visualize yourself living the life that you want so much. See yourself and your family living in that beautiful new house that you have always dreamed of. Living there. And see yourself driving that new car and buying so many things and traveling to all the places that you have desired so much. Because that is the power of visualization. And that will attract to you everything that you want. Visualize yourself living the life that you want. Feel all that you want. Never stop dreaming. Never. Because dreams creates our reality. Because reality it's created from dreams. And dreams always come true. Consciously and unconsciously. Dreams are not just dreams, they are visualizations of ourselves living the life that we want so much. Been happy. It is a necessity to every living creature. It is a right to every living creature. Even in the great Constitution of the United States, said that everyone has the right to be happy. Been happy, it's a necessity and a right to every living creature. But, what do you need to be happy? And, what do you want to be happy? Every living creature has the right to live happily. Maybe it's a universal right for all the living creatures. To feel happy. To have a happy life. Because, really, life it's truly a miracle, and life, it's not abundant in the universe. Truly life it's something extremely extraordinary and special. And perhaps, first, to be happy, we have the right to have the gender and the body that we want. Maybe that will be the first thing that we need. To be happy. To feel happy. To have the gender and the body that we want so much. Because our own body, it's the most important thing. We have the right to transform our body, to have the gender and the body that we want. It doesn't matter the gender that we have since birth. We have the right to transform our own body, to have the gender that we want so much. It doesn't matter the gender that we have since birth. That's why, first, we should have the gender and the body that we want so much. To achieve a happy and a full life. What you ask in secret will be given to you in public. Everything that you ask in secret will be rewarded in public. Everything. Nothing it's definitive. Nothing. Not life. Nor death. Not that we think that we know. Nothing it's definitive. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. The ideology of the camel. Camels live in the most extreme and harsh areas of the planet. So, when they find water, they fill their humps to the limit, because they do not know when they will find water again. Which means that when you can enjoy something, enjoy it to the fullest. Enjoy it. Don't worry about anything else. Enjoy it. Since you don't know when you will be able to enjoy it again. Religions have limited us in the power that we have ourselves. When we stop wasting our time, asking to God or the heaven, for the things that we wanted so much. Because they never answer our prayers and our offerings. And when we start to using the power that the universe has already given to ourselves. Then this world could be much better, and we could achieve ourselves, all of our dreams and our goals. I have seen millions of people, all over the world, praying, imploring, supplicating, kneeling and asking. And following all and every one of the rites, and practices, of so many and countless religions that exist on this planet. And I have seen in their faces, the faith and hope with which they pray and implores, for just and good things. But I have never seen that for any one of those millions of people, not a single one, not a single thing that they have begged for, with so much faith and hope has been fulfilled. Not even a sign or a manifestation from heaven. Not even one. Not one. Not for the common people, or the priests or towards the heads of each religion. Not one. When we stop searching in the sky, and start searching within ourselves, then we can achieve absolutely everything that we wish for. I believe that religions and their rites take so much of our time, and distract us from being able to achieve everything that we wanted so much. Religion it's poison for our mind, for our potential, for our will, for our intelligence and for our strength. You have to know that if something hasn't happened until now, it doesn't mean that it will not happen. We humans are capable of making it happen tomorrow. You have to know that God it's not going to lift a single finger for you. Not just one. Do not trust God. Never trust God. Never. If you want, you can call your mind and your brain, God. It's like in the Lucy movie, our brain it's capable to achieving everything, and to control everything. But we don't need any drugs to achieve it. We just have to access our subconscious. It seems that our subconscious it's located in the back cortex of our brain. Or it's as if the entire back of our brain it's our subconscious. Remember that it's always another way, there is always an alternative to every situation. Always. Always have faith and hope. Always and everywhere. And with whoever you are with. Always. Don't be afraid of what you are going to achieve with this. Don't be afraid of success or failure. If you receive money and are feeling happy. If you are on vacations or in some nice and beautiful place. Enjoy those good moments. Enjoy them. Don't think about bad and ugly things. Feel grateful. Enjoy it. And you will receive more good things. Enjoy and be grateful for the good moments that you have. And thus you will receive many more good moments. Learn to recognize the many or few good moments that you have. Enjoy them. Never ruin a good day by remembering a bad day that you had. Let it go, and move on. The only person you have to beat is the one you were yesterday. Only you are the responsible for your happiness. Only you. Enjoy life. Feel happy, joyful, with faith and hope and that everything will be okay. But who or what are you? Most people think that we are the wealth and money that we have. That we are the car that we drive, the house that we live in, the clothes we wear, that we are the appearance of our face and our body and only the material things that we have. But we are much more. But we are also our memories. The thoughts that we thought. The feelings and emotions that we feel, the good and bad events that we have had, the dreams, the projects, the ideas and the love and hate that we have received and give to others. The successes and failures that we have had. The damage or benefit that we have done to others. Our family. Our friends. The teachings that we teach. The teachings that we have learned. And so many and countless things and actions that we have given to others throughout our lives. If you are rich, then you will feel happy and satisfied with your life. But if you are poor, then you will feel bad, sad and frustrated with your life. It's no two people the same. Each one of us are different, unique and special. But you can see that we really are our feelings, our emotions, our words, our actions and our thoughts. It is very, very important that you self-analyze yourself, that you analyze, be aware and identify each one of your thoughts, each one of your emotions and each one of your feelings. That you analyze the causes and effects of all of your thoughts, words and actions. And that you change your priorities. Find a reason to achieve all of your goals. Live with faith, hope and a winning and success attitude. Always. And wherever you are. If you have a negative attitude, don't expect positive things. If you act negatively, don't expect to receive positive things. To attract and to achieve absolutely everything that you want. It is necessary that you, first, know yourself. It is necessary that you study yourself first. It is necessary that you, first, understand yourself. It is necessary that you first accept, admire and love yourself. It is necessary that first, learn about yourself. That you know yourself. A man is measured by his actions. It is necessary that you know the meaning and definition of all of the words that you say. Because when you know exactly what you are saying and what does it means, then several barriers will be broken in your mind. And your mind will become more intelligent and articulated. It's like if your mind waking up. Because it's like when you want to express what you are thinking and feeling, and your mind looks for the right words to express what you are feeling and thinking. And the more that you know about the meaning of the words that you say, then you will feel more confident and powerful about what you are saying. You have to understand that the envy and the jealousy only hurts you, damage you, destroys you, and kills you. Only yourself. Only you. Nobody else. When you feel tired and that you don't want to go to work. And if you are looking for motivation. Your motivation it's called poverty. Be thankful. Be grateful. Because, been thankful and grateful, it's a very good state, because the feeling of gratitude will give you more good things to be thankful for. It's like when your wife or your mother gives you good things, and when you thank them for those good things, then, they will want to give you more good things to be thankful. Because everybody likes gratitude. For the good things that we make. The universe likes gratitude. That we be thankful. But also, that you thank yourself. If you want to receive much more, then you have to be grateful for what you already have. You have to be grateful for what you are receiving. You have to be thankful, both to the universe, to the people, and to yourself. It is very important that you thank yourself for the things that you have achieved. When you thank yourself, you are telling the universe that you do like it, and that you want more. And that you are grateful for what you have received. Because there are no small gifts. It's like if someone gives something to someone and if she doesn't appreciate it, then it's not going to receive another gift from them, again. The more that you thanks, the more that you will receive. The more that you feel grateful, the more that you will receive. Since we all like to be thanked for the effort that we have given. And that is the way to asking for many more good things, to be able to be grateful. Although, it is also not good to be grateful for everything. Let's say that you are very hungry and that you want to eat meat with French fries, but you do not have the resources and the money to buy it. And instead of eating that delicious steak with French fries, you only buy and eat a small piece of bread alone. Because that's what the only thing that you was able to buy. Maybe really eating that small piece of bread, it wasn't what you really wanted. And maybe it is not something that you have to be grateful for. Because, even if you was able to eat that small piece of bread, you are not satisfied and still hungry. Don't settle. Never settle for what you do not want. Always seek to improve yourself, your family, and to have everything that you want. Everything. If you believe something is good, then it will be so. I don't know how to explain it. But the universe, it's neither good or bad. This means that the universe does not really recognize your good or bad actions. That the universe does not really knows what's good or bad. That we have to teach the universe what is good or bad. It's like maybe the universe, it's extremely powerful and big, but maybe it's not conscious. Maybe the universe has all the energy and the forces. But it may be that it's not conscious. That we can use his overwhelming, magnificent and endless power and energies for our own benefit. But if you believe that feeding animals it's good, and that therefore you deserve to receive what you want for your actions, then you will receive it. Likewise, if you believe that something it's bad, and that the people who do it deserve to be punished, then the universe will punish them. Because it is justified. That's why you have to tell the universe what, for you, it's right or what, for you, it's wrong, because the universe doesn't really knows. That's why you have to tell the universe what, for you, it's good, or what, for you, it's bad. Be aware of what you are thinking. Be aware of all of your dreams. Be aware of what are you saying. Be aware of what are you feeling. Be aware of what are you doing. Be aware of all of your wishes. What are the instincts? Instincts are a set of impulses, behaviors and actions. Innate, unconscious and uncontrollable. That we have recorded in our DNA and our subconscious. And that are transmitted genetically between the beings of the same species. And these instincts make us respond in a specific way to certain situations and stimulus. I know that many people hear the word instinct and immediately think of animals. But we humans have many instincts that dominate many of our behaviors and actions. And in itself, these instincts have made us survive and dominate as a species. Even if we try to eliminate or repress our instincts, it is not possible, and in itself, we should not try to repress them, or allow that someone else to repress them. Because our instincts make us what we are. And our instincts keep us alive. Let's say that you have a very big house, and that you buy guardian dogs to protect your property. But their instincts make them bark when anyone approaches to your property. But you get fed up, and it bothers you that they bark so much. So every time that they bark, you unfairly hit them. So that they no longer bark. But if one day some thieves try to enter your house to steal, the dogs will no longer bark, since with the blows that you have unfairly give them, you have repressed their instincts. And you have no right to complain. Because it was your fault. We humans have many instincts, such as survival, procreation, teaching and learning, self-improvement, self-protection, and many more. Also, our instinct to teach, when we discover the benefit or harm of some plant or fruit, for the good of the species. Our instinct to win and to be better than the others, has driven us as a species to be much better. Our sexual instinct in both men and women causes involuntary and uncontrollable bodily reactions towards both physical and visual stimuli. This means that our body reacts involuntarily and uncontrollably when receiving both physical and visual stimulus. In women, it causes vaginal dilation and touching the hair, and in men, it causes an erection when seeing someone of the opposite sex with a good body and elegant and sexy clothes. This causes involuntary, inevitable, and uncontrollable physical reactions in us towards those stimulus. Our instincts have made us survive and become what we are today. There are many people who will try to control and manipulate you to make you think and feel like them. Never ever allow it. Never. Because you are a divine, individual, unique and special being. You must form your own way of thinking and your own beliefs. Not because 8,000 million people think, say and believe that something it's right, it will be. You must create your own way of thinking. Don't be ordinary like the others. Be extraordinary. Our own brain. The most mysterious, wonderful and powerful thing that exists in the entire universe. Our powerful brain, it's divided into two parts. Our conscious brain or our mind, and our subconscious. They say that we only use 15% of our brain, the other 85% it's our subconscious. And that's where the magic is. Everything comes from inside our brain, our thoughts, our ideas, our dreams, our projects, our imagination, our movements, our words and our actions. Everything comes from our own mind. Our conscious brain. Consciousness is knowing, feeling, recognizing, realizing and to be aware. That you have a body, that you think, that you move, that you feel. It's to be aware of what you are, and that you are alive. We use our conscious mind since the moment that we wake up. And we use it most of our time. To think. To move. To communicate. To solve problems. To plan. To talk. To drive. To eat. To repair. To dress. To walk. To build. Daydream. To travel. To write. To imagine. To relating to others. To learn and to teach. To solve extremely complicated problems. To invent and create such wonderful and amazing things, and an infinity of things that we do, with our mind. Our conscious brain, it's the one that we use when we are awake. When we are conscious. Many believes that they have the full control of their conscious brain, of their mind. Because according to them, they know perfectly well it's exactly what they are thinking. And they believe that the subconscious does not exist and does not serve them, and they pay not attention to it. And they do not give it the priority that deserves, and perhaps it is true, but not at all. Because our mind, our conscious brain, it's not the one that keeps us alive. If they had the full control of their brain as they say, then they would have to tell their heart when to beat, how much blood has to send with each beat, when the lungs have to breathe, how and when the stomach and the liver have to function, etc. All these primordial functions are perfectly performed by our subconscious. Likewise, when we sleep, our conscious mind turns off, and our subconscious takes the control. Everything that we want and desire comes from our conscious mind, but it is our subconscious that really it will make them a reality. Our subconscious. But our conscious mind, it's only 15% of our brain, and even so, you can see all the amazing and wonderful things that we can do. The other 85% it's our subconscious. And that's where the magic is. Everything goes to our brain. Everything that we observe. Everything that we see. Everything that we feel. What we touch. Everything that we hear. Everything that we smell. Everything that we taste. Everything what we perceive and what we learn. And everything it's concentrated in our brain. Some people say that sometimes we say and do things that we don't think. But that it's not true. Because everything that we say and do, first, comes from our mind. All of our actions, all of our words, all of our movements, all of our feelings, all of our dreams, all of our desires, first, comes from our brain, from our mind. Inside out. Everything that we do and think, first, comes from inside our mind, out to the entire universe. Inside out. Inside from our brain, to the entire universe. We are the only ones responsible for all of our acts and words. Our brain should be prioritized, because everything comes and goes from our brain. It is not that our body it's not important, of course our entire body it's very important, but every feeling and sensation that we receive goes to our brain. It is as if God were inside our brain. Or it is as if we were gods and goddesses. We are just as important as God. We are equally important to the powerful and wonderful force of life. Just like God. We are not less important than God. Our brain not only controls our body. It is as if our brain it's connected to the entire universe. When we understand and accept that in the end, we are not only the clothes that we wear, the car that we drive, the appearance of our face and body, what we own, or what we do not have. That we are so much more than that. That we really are divine energy beings, with a physical body. Our heart, our brain, our mind and our subconscious. And that we are connected with this entire and wonderful planet, and to all the life on the entire universe. Then we could achieve everything. Also, it's extremely important that you feel good, satisfied and proud of your body. That's why, it's extremely important and a right. To have the gender and the body that we want so much. To feel good about our own body. It's extremely important to have the gender and the body that we want. Because that will make us feel good and happy. Because our own body and our mind, it's the most important thing that we have. I know there are many people, including myself, who have been searching for God for a long time. And I have searched for God, in many temples and in many religions. But the truth is that God is not in any temple, nor in heaven. God it's within ourselves. Since the Egyptians, they believed that God was within us, in our brain. The Bible says that the essence of God moved in the water, and then in all life. Michelangelo painted the best representation of God in the Sistine Chapel. A part of God is in our brain, in the right superior frontal cortex of our brain. In the painting, man and God are separated. That means that we have to reach out to touch God, but within our mind. But where is God? Where can I find it? We are used to looking at the sky looking for God, and this is not so wrong. When we move our eyes looking at heaven, we are actually looking for God, but in our own brain. God is not in heaven, He is inside our brain. But how to find God? God is part of us. We are part of God. Of that wonderful, powerful, monumental and magnificent force of life, creation and movement. Which runs throughout our body. And through the entire universe. That's God. That it's God. And that's why we can be gods and goddesses. You have to be alone in a dark room. Then you're going to drop your eyelids and look up. As if you were looking for something in the sky. But with looking inside your eyelids with your eyes. And move your eyes side to side, as if you were dreaming. Roll your eyes as if you were in a trance. You are looking for God, inside your brain, inside your eyelids, not in the sky. As in that painting, God it's in the right superior frontal cortex of our brain. The essence of God, a part of God is within our brain and our subconscious. The essence of God it's inside of our brain and our subconscious. Or it is, as if the way to communicate to God. To talk to God. It's through our mind and our subconscious. But what ORWHO is God? For the Hindus, God is not a person or a being. For them God it's a force, He is the creational force of everything. What you consider to be God, it's the force of life, of creation and movement. They believe that God has already done His job by creating the entire universe and us. That God has already done His job. The Catholic and the Christian religion says that it's only one all-powerful God who created everything in 7 days, but that is not possible, it cannot be. God, it's the force of life, which is the most powerful force in the entire universe, that force of life that breaks any barrier, that makes its way through the greatest difficulties. The life force, it's what we call God. But God, it's not a person or a physical being. What we call God, it's a powerful and strong force, which moves throughout the entire universe and through us. Even though the holy books make us believe that it is a person or a being. God, it's the energy of creation, life, transformation and movement. God, it's not a being. That's why, even if we plead, implore, supplicate and ask God with all of our strength, for what we want so much, that's why He never answer our prayers. God never answer our prayers. Because God, it's a force and energy. God, it's not a being. God, it's an unconscious force of energy. Because God is not a person, God is a force that we must use to attract everything that we desire. The magnificent, monumental and powerful energy of life, creation, transformation and movement. It's not conscious. It's not intelligent. It doesn't think. But, even so, we have to use that energy, that force, to our benefit. Therefore, do not be confused with what is written in the Bible about that God creates everything in 7 days. It's not true, it is not possible. Everything was created through the powerful, monumental and divine force of life, creation, transformation and movement. Even God. That is why we are gods and goddesses, since we are using and are part of that divine force of life, creation, transformation and movement, which we call God. We are part of that powerful force that moves throughout the entire universe. The force of life. Each of us has our life essence, what we call soul. It is our life essence, which is unique and special in the entire universe. And that is why we should not ask Him for things or expect Him to give you something. Since it is a divine force, it is not a person or being. We should not ask and pray to God for anything. We need to use that energy. Not ask and pray. Use it. Use that energy that's floating everywhere. Everywhere. The law of attraction. Do you know about the quantum theory? The quantum theory refers to what happens in the level of the atoms. On that size, things happens very different than in our size. Things that we believe that it would be impossible. This happens in the quantum world. That's quantum world, it's the same that our world, but on the size of the atoms. One of the things that happens, it's, let's say that somebody it's trapped in a cell, in a prison. But if that man starts to hit the wall with his body, trying to escape, and if he does it constantly, it will happen. If he thinks and wish to break throughout that wall, he will do it. Eventually he will break through that wall. At some time it's going to get through that wall. It doesn't matter if it's of concrete, steel, and it does matter how wide it is. It will doesn't matter if that wall it's made of concrete and steel. It will doesn't matter if that wall it's of 1 meter wide. It doesn't matter. If he wants to break through that wall. And if he is constant. Eventually, he will go through. It's going to get through that wall, at some time by. But why? That's the quantum theory. The quantum theory refers to the size of the atoms. Atoms forms everything. So, that man will eventually get across that wall, because the atoms that forms his body, and the atoms that form the wall, will let him pass through. Without breaking the wall. But the wall will eventually let him pass through the wall. But why? How? My quantum theory, it's that the atoms and the energy that forms everything in the whole universe, they're not conscious. They're not intelligent. That they do not think. But it's an extremely powerful energy. That powerful energy, it's there. And that we can use it, for our own benefits. But how to use it? It's going to get through that wall, because of his will. Yes, we can use all the powerful and magnificent energy of the universe, with our will. With our will. The atoms are waiting for our will. The atoms are waiting for our will to move and to transform. The atoms are waiting for our will and our orders. That powerful energy that forms everything, that powerful energy that surrounds everything, it's just waiting for our will and commands to act. When we ask or beg for something, maybe the atoms doesn't understand it's exactly what we want. Maybe we need to order and command the atoms on what is that we want. Been very specific. We are the ones who can control the atoms that forms everything that are nearby. All the conscious beings are capable of drive that marvelous energy of the atoms. And that's the law of attraction. The law of attraction states that we are attracting events and things similar to how we feel and similar to what we are thinking. That powerful energy of the atoms, it's there. And it's obeying and reacting to our feelings and our thoughts. Because it's a free energy that it's floating around us and it's floating around everything. Maybe we need to command and to mandate to that energy. But I know that for most of us, we have not been taught to command, we have been taught to ask, not to command. But you can see that the rich and wealthy people do not ask, they order, and they get what they want. Maybe we need to command and mandate to that energy in a respectfully way. Command the atoms respectfully and in a kind way. The energy that we need, it's there. Waiting for our instructions and commands. Inside out. Like a game. Like a child's play. All that energy, all the atoms nearby. The atoms are waiting for us. The atoms are waiting for our instructions. Tell them the objectives of the day. They are waiting for a reward. And that reward could be the appreciation and gratitude from you to them. They are waiting for that feeling from you of joy, happiness, and gratitude. If you feel good, happy, and grateful, they will give you more things so you can feel more good, happy, and thankful. Because they do like to feel in that way, good, happy, and thankful. Because the atoms are not conscious, they do not think by themselves. But the atoms do feel. They feel what you are feeling. And they do not like when you feel bad, sad, and afraid. Because they feel the same, and they do not like it. Because they rhythms and they vibrations low. And they do not like that. But when you feel good, happy, and grateful, they rhythms and vibrations increases, and they do like that. They like to feel good and happy because they move faster. You have to start using the energy that atoms that are nearby you. It's like a ring that it surrounds you. It's like an sphere around you. Like a bubble surrounds you. You have to use that energy, the atoms that form all of your body, and the atoms that are nearby you. Like a ring surrounds you. Because that energy, the atoms, are waiting for your instructions. It's the cloud of possibilities. The sea of possibilities. The air of possibilities. The area of possibilities. The energy, it's there. Use it. Believe. That is why even though we pray, ask, beg and beg for something good, He never answers us, because God is a force, He is the divine force of life and creation, God is not a person or a being. And that is why it is important to know how far, and what you can ask God for, or more importantly, how to use that divine force to attract and achieve everything that you desire. By yourself. That we, living and conscious beings, have the right and power to manipulate all forces, all the energies and all the matters of the universe. We must use that divine force. We have to use the atoms that are near. Use the life force and energy. Example. Let's say you are lying in your bed on a very, very cold night, and there are 2 folded blankets at your feet, but you are lying very cold and you say, "My God, it's so cold, why do you treat me like this? Why do you punish me with so much cold? Am I not a good person? I'm dying of cold, please God help me, help me." But this is wrong, get up and grab the blankets that are on your feet. Or like this story. There was a man very devoted to God, who was on a boat. But that boat shipwrecks and the man is stranded on a desert island. And day and night and at all hours, He prays and prays to God to save him. Then a boat appears and the man says, "No, God will save me," and then another boat appears and the man says, "No, God will save me," and then another boat appears and the man says, "No, God will save me," but the man dies of hunger. And when he gets to heaven he asks God, "God, I always pray to you and beg to you, why didn't you help me?" And God answers him, "But if I sent you 3 ships?" This means that many times it becomes more comfortable and easier for us. That a divine being comes down and does everything for us, that we do not have to lift a finger to fix our problems. But many times the solution it's there. But many times we are lazy and weary to use what it's so close to us, what we have at hand. Or that many times we do not see the solutions that are in front of our eyes, that perhaps God or a divine being gave us there, for us to use. Don't expect that God or an angel or a divine being, it's going to come down from the heavens and that he will do the things for you. Sometimes, God gives us what we need, but we ourselves have to do it. All this means that we are divine beings of light and energy, but with a physical body. That we are gods and goddesses. And that God it's not a being who created everything. And that yes, there are gods and goddesses in the universe, divine and powerful beings, who have understood and learned to use the wonderful and powerful force of life. But that maybe, they do not want to help us. Many call God as God the Father, but this according to the Bible itself it's a sin. Because it says, "You will honor your father and your mother," and they are the ones who gave us the life, not the one that you consider God, but our father and mother, not God. Respect and honor your father and your mother. God did not create us. God it's not our father. The powerful and divine force of life and creation, it's the one that created us, and everything. God it's not our father. Do not trust God. Never trust God. Never. Also many people say that we have to bless God, for all the good things that we have achieved by ourselves. But under that term, then we can also claim to God, for the bad things that happen to us. Why even when we ask God for good things, and with so much faith, and following all the rituals, why God does never answer? It's as if it doesn't exist. Nowadays, most people no longer believe in any religion, as our minds are awakening, and we no longer accept something for which there is no proof or evidence. Very few people on this world believe in God and religions. The powerful and uncontrollable divine force of life, of creation, of movement and of transformation, opens its way, overcomes any adversity, breaks any barrier and obstacle, and it's reproducing everywhere. And that powerful life, it's the one that gives our life unto God. The force of life, creation and movement, it's a conscious and wise force, and it's the most powerful conscious force in the universe. The force of life, it's what we consider and call God. God it's not a physical being or a person. God it's the powerful and wonderful force of life and creation, which moves throughout the entire universe, and throughout ourselves. There it's not a single God, who created the entire universe. There is not. There are thousands of gods and goddesses in the universe, just like you and me. There it's no a single God, who created the entire universe. There it's not. Our subconscious. Use your subconscious. We use our conscious mind since we are awake. Our conscious mind it's when we are awake, when we are conscious, when we open and when we see with our eyes. But it's our subconscious really unreachable. We feel that our subconscious it's something that is very far away and that it is very difficult to access and use it. But our subconscious it's not as if it were in heaven or in another galaxy, our subconscious is within ourselves. If we could live more with our subconscious instead of our conscious mind. If we could use our subconscious, consciously, then we could manipulate the energies, forces, people and things around us. We have to convince our subconscious in a conscious way. Through auto-suggestion. You have to call your subconscious with your name. Example. Your name. We need $74 million, immediately. Your name. We need a new car, urgently. Your name. We need to heal ourselves from our disease, today. And you must whisper to yourself what you want. Like a sigh. Fool yourself. It seems that our subconscious it's a lot more powerful than our conscious mind. Our subconscious has the power to influence and manipulate all the forces, all the energies and all the objects on the entire universe. Our subconscious it's in the entire back of our brain. If we could live more with our subconscious, or if we gave him more power, importance and priority to our subconscious, then we could manipulate all the energies, forces and things that surrounds us. Align our conscious mind with our subconscious. And the best way to do that, it's through the auto-suggestion. You have to auto-suggest yourself, with what you want to have. With what you have to achieve and to have. With what you want, to be. Fool yourself. What some call our third eye, it's really our subconscious. We have to come to an understanding with our subconscious, from our conscious mind. How and when can we feel and use our subconscious? When we are very afraid and terrified of something. When we have an orgasm or when we are in ecstasy. When we dream awake. When we are very, very sleepy. When we are very, very tired. When we drop our eyelids and lift up our eyes, and when we move our eyes side to side as if we was dreaming. As if we were in a trance. When we feel very excited about something. When we feel a lot of faith and hope about something. When you tilt your head back and hold it for a few seconds. That voice that we sometimes hear in our head. Our subconscious it's that imaginary friend that we had. Just before sleeping. Right after waking up. When we auto-suggest ourselves for something. Jewish technique of the tefillah and kavana. This it's a very powerful Jewish technique to activate our subconscious. We can use the technique of the Jewish people to pray. The tefillah, or kavana, which is being in a state of trance and meditation, in which we can speak with God, with the universe and with our own subconscious. Meditate and ask for everything that we desire. You have to stand, close your eyes, cross your hands as if you were holding something, or place your hands on your chest, and move your head and body back and forth, with a slightly abrupt movement. Move your head and your body, forward and backward repeatedly, and praying, asking and visualizing the feelings of everything that you want to manifest. While you move your head and your body, back and forward. The movement of the head and your body, forward and backward, in a somewhat abrupt manner, will make us come into contact with our subconscious. Since this movement of our head and body makes our brain move back and forward, and we can access our subconscious. You can repeat this technique several times a day. Also use this technique to use a part of your subconscious. Touch your palate with your tongue. Drop your eyelids as if you were sleepy, and move your eyes up and from side to side, as if you were dreaming, or as if you were in a trance. And do the Om sound. Breathe deeply and continuously. Then you will feel your subconscious. At first, do not try to control it, you will only be able to use a part of your subconscious, and you have to influence it, as if it were a child's game. And then you will be able to order everything that you desire to the universe through your subconscious. Our subconscious it's like our inner boy or girl. Om it's a very good and powerful way to access our subconscious. We need to use the energy of the atoms that are nearby. The energy of the atoms that forms our own body and that atoms that surrounds us. They are waiting for our instructions. If we could quiet our conscious mind, then we could use our subconscious. When we sleep, our subconscious takes the control. And the evidence of the power of our subconscious is that, when we sleep, when we dream, everything it's possible to us. Everything. We are, who we want to be, in our dreams nothing it's impossible. Nothing. Everything it's possible when we dream, because it is our subconscious that takes control, and it is our subconscious that makes us see the life that we want so much. Our subconscious shows us the life that we desire so much. Throughout our dreams. Our dreams are not just dreams, they are visualizations of the life that we desire so much to live. And if we could take a part of the subconscious that we use when we sleep, in our daily day, then we could influence and manipulate all the things, all the people, all the forces, and all the energies on the entire universe. Because it is not that when we sleep we are another person, and when we are awake we are another, and when we are at work or on the street we are another person, and we are another in our home. But we are always ourselves. You may have felt that we do many things as if we were on autopilot, but that is when our subconscious takes the control, even if we are awake. Having faith, it's also a way to access our subconscious, but only when we have a powerful, total, unbreakable, and undoubted faith. I know that we have desired something, and then we let it go, and then it manifests. That's because that desire is stuck very deep in our subconscious, and our subconscious, it's the one that makes it a reality later. Our subconscious, it's like that voice that we sometimes hear in our head, but that we always silence and repress. When we sleep, our subconscious takes the control. Our goal is to use our subconscious, consciously. We are part, and we are all connected to a universal subconscious, to a cosmic subconscious that is still learning. When you are sleeping, don't get up suddenly, don't wake up and get up immediately, it's very bad for you, for your moms. Set your alarm 30 minutes before the time you have to get up. And stay in bed for those 30 minutes. Don't wake up and get up immediately. That affects your mind a lot. Wake up, and sit in your bed, for 2 to 4 minutes, and then get up. Why do we always look in the sky for what we want, when we have all the power that we need, within ourselves? In our brain and our subconscious to attract and achieve absolutely everything that we desire. Why? It's because we feel powerless to achieve what we want by ourselves, and that's why we ask God and the universe for the things that we want so much. Why don't we realize the incredible power that we have within ourselves? We have to unscramble our own brain. The best time to ask for everything that you want, it's just before sleeping, when you are lying in your bed and relaxed. Just before going to sleep, suggest yourself, imagine, visualize, and feel everything that you want to be manifested to you. Feel and visualize all the things that you want just before sleeping, so that your subconscious accepts it. And after you wake up, before getting up, still in your bed, with your eyes closed, imagine, visualize, and feel everything that you want to be manifested to you during the day. Use at least 2 to 3 minutes or more. Still lying in your bed, before you get up, and with your eyes still closed, and move your eyes from side to side as if you were still dreaming. Imagine, visualize, and feel everything that you want. Don't think it. Feel it. Because in that moment you are still in contact with your subconscious. But consciously. Sit on your bed with your eyes still closed for 3 minutes, and then slowly open your eyes and get up. And you will feel that sensation every time that you close your eyes throughout your day. It is also very important that you keep a dream diary. Since when we dream, we receive a lot of information and energies from the universe, we can also receive the answers that we are looking for, so much. When you wake up, write down what you dreamed. In a notebook or in your cell phone, write down how you felt inside your dream and all the details that you can remember. This will allow you to use your subconscious in your daily life, and you will be able to attract everything you want, faster. Our subconscious, it's that imaginary friend that we had when we were children, it is that inner self, with which we sometimes talked. But over the years, we ourselves have buried and repressed them. Because as we grow up, we use our conscious mind more. And we stop dreaming and believing in magic. But we must remember that when we were children, we managed to attract many more things. But we did not have as many ambitions or greed as we do now. And that is why we did not ask for many things. And we could be much happier with less things. We were a lot happier than today. But if you want to attract and achieve everything that you want, we have to use our subconscious, since our subconscious has the power to attract and achieve everything. You have to remember, relive, unearth, and reactivate that part of our childhood. It seems that our subconscious reacts and accepts our feelings and emotions more than our thoughts. Don't use our eyes so much to see beyond. See, even with your eyes closed. That is, not to live so much consciously, to live a little more of our dreams. Blessed it's, who in his life has helped others more than himself. That your life has been dedicated to helping both people and animals. Since your eternal life will be full of riches and wonders. Always expect the best. Always. Suggestions. Auto-suggestion. Become obsessed with your desire. Obsessed with what you want. This is the law of attraction. This is the magic that we have always looked for. The entire law of attraction and magic resumes in this. Auto-suggestions. This is the most powerful. It is an extremely powerful thing, and this is the fastest, easiest and most powerful way to attract everything that you desire. This is something beyond all logic and science. But it is true. It doesn't matter if science says that exists or not. This is true. Remember that science doesn't know everything. Self-suggestion, it's what you have to do to attract everything that you want. First, let me tell you that our powerful, wonderful and magical brain, it's divided into two parts. Our conscious brain or our mind, and our subconscious. Science says that we only use 15% of our brain, the other 85% it's our subconscious. And that's where the magic is. We use our conscious mind most of the time. We use our conscious mind from the moment that we wake up. Everything that we want and desire comes from our conscious mind. But it is our subconscious that will really make it a reality, that will make it happen. Our conscious brain. Consciousness is knowing, feeling, recognizing and realizing what we are, who we are, that we are awake, that we are thinking, that we are alive and who and what are we. We use our conscious mind since we woke up, and we use it most of the time to think, to communicate, to solve problems, to plan, to speak, to drive, to eat, to repair, to dress, to walk, to build, to construct, to repair, to daydream, to travel, to write, to imagine, to relate to others, to learn and to teach, to work, to solve extremely complicated problems, to invent and to create such wonderful and amazing things, and so many wonderful and infinite things that we do with our conscious mind. Our conscious brain, it's the one that we use from the moment that we wake up. When we are awake, when we are conscious and realize what we are doing and speaking. But our subconscious, it's a great mystery. Even though it is within ourselves, we do not know exactly how it works or how we can use it. But what we know for sure, it's that our subconscious, it's capable of controlling all the forces, all the energies and all the objects throughout the universe, and that it is capable of attracting everything that we desire. Auto-suggestion, it's to trying to convince our subconscious of something special. Through the repetition of feelings, emotions, words and visualizations from our brain and conscious mind. In few words, we have to convince ourselves that what we want so much, we already have it. And it is already a reality. You must whisper to yourself everything that you want. Like a sigh. Deceive yourself. This is something difficult. Because our conscious mind, it's always looking for proofs and evidences, so if we are repeating and affirming that we already have something, or that we are already somebody, our conscious mind will not believe it nor will it accept it, it will even create a conflict in ourself. Your conscious mind, it's going to wonder. Why are you feeling, saying, repeating and affirming that you already have $1 million, if you don't even have money to eat? And obviously he will not recognize or accept what you are saying and affirming, because it is not congruent with your reality. Since this is like lying to yourself. But you still have to achieve it. You have to convince yourself that what you want so much, it's already a reality and that you already have it. But you have to use a lot of air, since breathing, it's very important. And although this seems incredible, it is true. You have even used it many times, like when you feel sick, and you self-suggest that it is nothing, and that everything it's fine, for fear of not going to the doctor, and you cure yourself. The proof is that when you sleep and dream, everything it's possible in your dreams, everything, you can be whoever you want to be. In your dreams, you can be and have everything that you want. That is the proof and the evidence. Let's say that you want to be a millionaire, and you are trying to auto-suggest this to yourself. But your mind refused to accept it. Your mind knows that that is not true, because you don't even have money to eat. But if you say, feel and visualize from your conscious mind that you are already a millionaire, then your subconscious will have no other choice and will accept it, and will make it a reality, because it comes from your conscious mind. I don't know how, but he always makes it happens. It is our conscious mind that will convince our subconscious that what you are visualizing and that you want so much, it's already a reality, and that you already have it. And to make it work, and although anything it's possible, you can start by asking for something that seems more credible to you. For example, not asking for $147,000 million. Maybe asking for $1 million to start. You have to say it and visualize it, in first person, and feel it as if it already happened, but you have to be very specific. Don't say I'm a millionaire. You have to say, I have $3 million. Example. I already have $3 million. Yeah. Really? Yes. But how? I do not know how. But we already have $3 million in our bank account. We already have $3 million. I have $3 million. I already have $3 million. We already have $3 million. I don't know how, but we have $3 million. And we have to look for that new house that we wanted to buy so much. Urgently. And also the cars and the new clothes. And plan those super vacations that we had always wanted, for me and for my entire family, and so many, many things that we are going to buy and do with the money. In a few words, it means that if you believe it completely and absolutely, then it will come true. Create that illusion in your mind. But you have to be very specific. You have to affirm to yourself that it is already real. But you have to feel it with your whole body, not just with your mind. Yes, I know that your conscious mind knows that this is not true. But even so, you have to convince yourself that what you want so much, it's already a reality, and that you already have it. As if it was magic. The problem is that our conscious mind, it will not easily accept what you are saying. Because it knows that it is not true, and that you are not being congruent with your reality, and you will have a very intense conflict with this. You will even have a lot of headaches with this, because your conscious mind does not understand why you are saying that you have $3 million, if you don't even have money to eat. But even so, you still have to achieve it. This is the best technique to do it. 1. You have to know exactly what you want. 2. Visualizations. Feel what you want. You have to visualize it, and feel it as if you already have them. 3. Affirmations. You have to affirm again and again and again that this is already true and that it is a reality, and you have to convince yourself that this is totally and absolutely true. 4. Breathing. Breathe deeply, use a lot of air. 5. Repetitions. You have to tell yourself that this is true, many times in your day, and especially before and after sleeping. 6. A lot of mental strength. You have to use a lot of energy. Use the incredible power of your mind, your imagination, and your visualizations. But first, you have to know what is exactly that you want. You have to affirm to yourself that you already have it. You have to convince yourself that this is already true. You have to breathe deeply and repeatedly when you are visualizing. And you must visualize yourself, how you are feeling, as if you already had it. You have to feel as you already have it. Feel it. Then you will repeat it many times in your daily life. Know yourself. Affirmations are very important and powerful. You have to affirm to yourself that what you are saying, it's already true, and is already a reality, even though your conscious mind knows that it is not true, but still you must convince yourself that yes, it is true. Autosuggestion is like self-hypnosis. Perhaps the best time to do it is in the alpha state, which is when we are extremely tired or very sleepy. Although, you can do this at any time of the day. The objective is to convince our subconscious that what we are feeling, thinking, visualizing and saying it's true and is already a reality. Even though this seems very complicated, it's not. You are trying to convince yourself, you are trying to convince your conscious mind, of something good. You are trying to convince your subconscious. Autosuggestion, it's like that wonderful world that we create in our mind. That wonderful world, in which we can be happy, and have everything that we want. But we believe that it's not possible and we discard it. And we do not think and dream about it again, because we believe that it is not true, that it is impossible for us. Because dreaming makes us sad, because we know that world it's only a dream, and even if we love to live in that world, it makes us sad, to know that it's only a dream. But it shouldn't be like that. Everything it's possible. Everything. Absolutely everything. No matter what. When we dream and visualize with a lot of strength and energy, it is as if we were transported to that world where everything it's possible, where we are who we want it to be, and where we have everything that we desire. And being there makes us feel very good. But I know that it is difficult to maintain that. Because our conscious mind forces us to return to our reality, and we feel disappointed and sad to know that it was just a dream, and that's why we do not repeat it. But this is what we have to do to make those dreams to come true. Repeat your visualizations and your dreams, and how do you feel? Many times in your day by day. When we are awake we are conscious, but when we sleep, our subconscious it's the one that takes the control. And when we dream it is as if anything and everything it's possible, because our subconscious is the one that can make it a reality. Example. You have to do it like this. Do we already have $3 million? Yeah. Really? Yes. But how? I do not know how. But we already have $3 million. I already have $3 million. We already have $3 million. I have $3 million. We already have $3 million in our bank account. We have $3 million. And we have to look for the new house that we wanted so much. And pay all our debts, and buy the cars that we always wanted, and buy new clothes and go on vacations to the beach and so many, many things that we are going to do. You have to feel it with your whole body, not just with your mind. But the most important thing is that you have to feel the feelings, the emotion, the joy, the excitement and the happiness of having them. Feel the emotion. The excitement and the feelings of everything that you are going to be able to do with your $3 million, it is very important that you feel the emotion, the excitement and the feelings. Because that's what is going to attract it and manifest it towards you. Repeat it many times in your day. More than 100 times, especially before going to sleep. Don't think that you're crazy or something for doing this. Use as your inner child. Don't worry about what others will say. Like a game. Like a child's play. And when you feel like something in your neck, like an energy in your neck, it means that you are achieving it. You must whisper to yourself everything that you want. Like a sigh. Never give up. Never ever give up. Never. It's really all that you need to do. Deceive yourself. Self-suggest yourself. That is why we have to convince our subconscious that what we are feeling, thinking and visualizing it's already a reality and true. But this is possible because our subconscious sees through our conscious mind, and it will accept it. Focus only on your thoughts. Focus only on your subconscious. Become obsessed with your desire. Be obsessed with everything that you want. When you help someone or a little animal or a tree or the nature, then you have the right to request and receive a reward from the universe. Because that is the law of cause and effect. If you have money and you give some money to a poor person, that will not make you poorer or richer. But it will definitely make you a better person. The law of attraction. Do you know about the quantum theory? The quantum theory refers to what happens in the level of the atoms. On that size, things happens very different than in our size. Things that we believe that it would be impossible. This happens in the quantum world. That's quantum world, it's the same that our world, but on the size of the atoms. One of the things that happens it's, let's say that somebody is trapped in a cell, in a prison. But if that man starts to hit the wall with his body, trying to escape, and if he does it constantly, if he insists, then it will happens. If he thinks and wish to break through out that wall, he will do it. Eventually he will break through that wall. At some time it's going to get through that wall. It doesn't matter if it's of concrete, steel, and it does matter how wide it is. It will doesn't matter if that wall it's made of concrete and steel. It will doesn't matter if that wall it's of 1 meters wide. It doesn't matter. If he wants to break through that wall, and if he is constant, eventually, he will go through. It's going to get through that wall, at some time by. But why? That's the quantum theory. The quantum theory refers to the size of the atoms. Atoms forms everything. So, that man will eventually will get across that wall, because the atoms that forms his body, and the atoms that form the wall, will let him pass through. Without breaking the wall. But the wall will eventually let him pass through the wall. But why? How? My quantum theory it's that the atoms and the energy that forms everything in the whole universe, they're not conscious. They're not intelligent. That they do not think. But it's an extremely powerful energy. That powerful energy it's there. And that we can use it, for our own benefits. But how to use it? It's going to get through that wall, because of his will. Yes, we can use all the powerful and magnificent energy of the universe, with our will. With our will. The atoms are waiting for our will. The atoms are waiting for our will, to move and to transform. The atoms are waiting for our will and our orders. That powerful energy, that forms everything, that powerful energy that surrounds everything, it's just waiting for our will, our instructions and commands. To act. When we ask or beg for something, maybe the atoms doesn't understand what it's exactly what we want. Maybe we need to order and command the atoms, on what is that we want. Been very specific. We are the ones who can control the atoms that forms everything. The atoms that forms our own body. And the atoms that are nearby. All the conscious beings, are capable of drive that marvelous energy of the atoms. And that's the law of attraction. The law of attraction states that we are attracting events and things, similar to how we feel, and similar to what we are thinking. That powerful energy of the atoms it's there. And it's obeying and reacting to our feelings and our thoughts. Because it's a free energy that it's floating around us and it's floating around everything. Those atoms are our friends. Those atoms are here to help us. Maybe we need to command and to mandate, to that energy. But I know that for most of us, we have not been taught and educate to command, we have been taught and educate to ask, not to command. But you can see that the rich and wealthy people do not ask, they order, and they get what they want. Maybe we need to command and mandate to that energy, in a respectfully way. Command the atoms, respectfully and in a kind way. The energy that we need, it's there. Waiting for our instructions and commands. Inside out. Like a game. Like a child's play. All that energy, all the atoms nearby. The atoms are waiting for us. The atoms are waiting for our instructions. They are our friends, our allies. Tell them the objectives of the day. They are waiting for a reward. And that reward could be the appreciation and gratitude from you. To them. They are waiting for that feeling from you, of joy, happiness and gratitude. If you feel good, happy and grateful, they will give you more things, so you can feel more good, happy and thankful. Because they do like to feel in that way, good, happy and thankful. Because the atoms are not conscious, they do not think by themselves. But the atoms do feel. They feel what you are feeling. And they do not like when you feel bad, sad, and afraid. Because they feel the same, and they do not like that. Because they rhythms and they vibrations low. And they do not like that. But when you feel good, happy, excited, and grateful, they rhythms and vibrations increases, and they do like that. Because the atoms are not conscious and they're not think. But they do feel. They like to feel good and happy, because they move faster. You have to start using the energy, that atoms that are nearby you. It's like a ring that it surrounds you. It's like an sphere around you. Like a bubble surrounds you. But before you try to control the atoms of the entire universe, first, you have to control the atoms that forms your body, and the atoms that are nearby. Don't worry about controlling the atoms from the entire universe. First, control the atoms that form your own body and the atoms that are nearby you. They are yours. Inside your ring. You have to use that energy, the atoms that form all of your body, and the atoms that are nearby you. Like a ring surrounds you. It's like your shield. Because that energy, the atoms, are waiting for our instructions. Remember that energy, those atoms, that forms our body and that are nearby, are our friends, our allies. Not our enemies. It's the cloud of possibilities. The sea of possibilities. The air of possibilities. The universe of possibilities. The area of possibilities. The bubble of possibilities. Your ring of wishes. Your cloud of wishes. The energy, it's there. Waiting for our instructions and commands. The atoms are waiting for our instructions and commands. There will do what you want. There will do whatever that you want. There will do whatever that you wish for. Use it. Life, it's a very valuable, precious, and unique gift. We have the right to be happy. We have the right to live a happy and decent life. As it's written in the great Constitution of the United States. We have the right to live happy. We have the right to be happy. But even more important that have wealth. To be happy. It's to have the body that we want. One of the most important things to be happy. It's to have the gender, the sex, and the body that we want so much. That's the most important thing to be happy. Our body. To have the gender and the body that we want. It will make us feel happy. We all have the right to have the gender and the body that we want. To have the gender and the body that we want so much. To be happy. To feel happy and sure about ourselves. To dress as we want, and to seek happiness. To have the gender and the body that we want, to feel happy. And to have a full and happy life, with the sex, the gender, and the body that we want so much. To try to have a decent, full, and happy life. With the gender and the body that we want so much. Because, what if you are really not happy with the gender and the body that you have? What if inside you are not happy with your gender? What if inside you secret wish, it's to be another person? That you secret wish, it's to have another gender and another body? That you really are not happy the way you are? That, really, you're not happy with the gender that you have since birth? That you want to be somebody else? Some people will say that change our gender and our body, it's something unnatural. That it's something against the laws of nature. That we have to live with the gender that we have since birth. Because it's like a divine design. That according to them, it's something that cannot be changed. That it's something wrong. Something that's not right. Even if their secret wish it's to have another gender and body. But if something has teach us mankind, it's that we have the resources and the capability to change everything and anything. But if something has been proved by humans, it's that we are able to change and transform everything and anything that surrounds us. That we are capable to transform everything. That we have everything that we need to transform our environment and ourselves. To feel happy. That nature can be changed. That it doesn't matter if we have born male or female. That's not something definitive. That nothing it's definitive. Not even our genders since birth. That we are capable to transform everything and anything. That we are capable to transform ourselves. And that nature, even in its own magnificence, it's not perfect. Because even if we have born male or female, that even so, we are able to transform our gender and our body, as we wish. Transform our gender and our body, it doesn't has to be considered something unnatural, wrong, of even a sin. God, it's not the one who decides the gender and the life that we suppose to have. We ourselves decide the gender, the body, and the life that we want. No matter what. And that we can change and transform what we want. That we can transform and change our gender and our body as we want. To prove to ourselves that we can do it. That we have the right to have the sex, the gender, and the body that we want. And to not been criticized or judged by anybody. Because that's what we really wants. Without a doubt, life it's a miracle. But maybe life it's not a gift that has been given to us. Perhaps since the beginning of time, ourselves, our soul, our spirit, have struggled to have a physical body. Maybe we have fought to live. Maybe we have earned the right to live. The right to live. That's why we are supposed to be happy and joyful every day of our lives. That we should have the gender and the body that we want so much, to feel happy. That we should have all the resources and wealth to enjoy this wonderful planet, to eat, drink, to travel, and to buy everything that we want, when we want it, to be happy. Without worries or sadness. Without even having to work. Live only with joy and happiness. Why do we supposed to die, to be happy and to achieve all of our dreams? Why? It is life a punishment. It's living a punishment. Perhaps living it's a punishment. Why can't we be happy in life? Why can't we live the way that we want? Why can't we have the gender and the body that I want so much? In life. Why do we supposed to die, to live happy? Why? Why do we supposed to die, to be happy and to achieve all of our dreams? Why? If life it's something very special, precious, valuable, and unique. Take advantage of it. Seize it. Do not be afraid of magic. Don't be afraid of the magic. Believe.